What's up, it's Nez, and welcome back to Pyre, everyone! Last episode, we got the help of Big Bertrudes and turned our caravan into a boat. And now we're in the middle of the sea after defeating the Worm Knights. Before we continue our journey, let's check the Black Wagon. Hello there, Tizo. Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea, and seems pleased to see you. Hi there, Tizo. Tizo is grateful at having had the opportunity to catch fish for old time's sake. Tizo is asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. Lil Tizo, why do you love fish? You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Tizo, why are you so angry? Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind ever since they killed his family. Tizo! Fish has killed your family! We have to kill all the fish in the world now. He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you are aware, imps cannot cry. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. Tizo! He told us a joke! How do you respond to Tizo's attempt at humor? Laugh heartily. Tizo seems like he could use encouragement, assuming what he was, in fact, in jest. Smile and nod. It was a noble effort, though perhaps you do not yet fully grasp the nuance of imp humor. Ignore it. Now is not the time for Tizo to be making jokes. You are in a very serious quest. Tizo, your joke was very funny. You muster your best belly laugh following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo? Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot for Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of sol for them. He snickers back at you and bounces off. Bye-bye, Tizo. Tizo gained one more hope for the next rite. Move on. What a cute little bastard. Continue on our journey to the next area of the rite. Should we go to Ragged Rock or the Froth Sea? The south current towards Stormwall brims with large sea creatures. Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction. The Ragged Rock. The north current towards Stormwall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Rookie spotted wreckage in the area and believes there could be valuables to find. Let's go through the Froth Sea. We might see some sea monsters. Tizo might be happy to hunt them down. Damn, Tizo has been much more animated even than usual. What is it, little one? Tizo seems to think something very delicious is in these waters. He keeps on screeching. I don't think I've ever seen him like this. Wait, what is he? Just then, Tizo dives into the waters and vanishes into the depths. Oh, I hope he can swim. He can, but he appears crestfallen when he finally returns, his claws empty. Aw, Tizo, the fish too big for you. Tizo is very disappointed that whatever he attempted to catch eluded him. Sei begins to sob uncontrollably. The two revel in each other's misery for a time. What a bunch of weirdos. Sei and Tizo lose one hope for the next ride. Well, you win some, you lose some. Onward we go to Stormwall. You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs, this knight beseeches you to hear him if you please. What is it now, Worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do, and in turn this knight has further need of you, good lady. Out with it then. Is he gonna join us? Let us be joined! Let this knight join you! Please! Can you believe this, Edwin? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor in the rites did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you, upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight-errant of the Sea Dominion, that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre Hearts? They are base cowards! This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters. Having witnessed true glory in our clash, never have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jodi pulls the rest of you aside, after Hedwyn gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're going to get. Jodi glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Oh come on, Jodi. He's an honorable knight, he wants to join us. Edwin is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, then he can come along. For now. This knight is overjoyed, and hereby swears to see you pass the storm. His eyes turn into a heart. Though first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forth. Sir Gilman seems to be asking your permission for something. Yes? Tentatively agree to what he's asking so we can get on with it already? Beg my pardon. It is not clear to you what exactly Sir Gilman intends to do for you right now. Sure, why not? We'll trust him. As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths, yet through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he is going and what he intends to do. Sir Gilman is determined to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, help see his mission through. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwing, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you could hear this knight, then he implores you now. Lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought to be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. But they are highly just. Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Sir Gilman's cool. Traverse the reef. Jump, slash, slither, slash. Whoa. That's cool. And we can slither. Okay. Can we jump? We can jump over to the other side. Here? What are those? Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of the unfathomed plurns, boiling the seas with a wrath. The sea titan, once slain by the scribe Underking Oars, her blood lies dormant in the sea. Exiled worms within these waters have long harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downside's channels for any save this knight's own kind. Begone now from here, fiends! This knight shall finish what the Underking Oars started! Slash? Banish the foul spawn. Where are the spawn? Press slash to end Gilman's trail. Oh. He leaves goop on the ground. He can make it explode. Gotta pop the bubbles. Excellent. Sir Gilman. You have quite interesting mechanics, don't you? The rains are stopping, but the worms are coming out to play. Oh, hold it right there, you traitorous slug! How dare you turn your back on this knight, to your superior! Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this knight checked, here you hold no sway over this knight. Ah! What have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be the ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why, you dare to staunch the tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge, this knight was born to dare. Now, come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. Ah! Pyre hearts! Banish him! This is an order! Banish the Pyre hearts. Oh, 8 of them, okay. Let's make a wall. Oh god, we got killed. You see, Gilman, you shall ever be inferior even among the weakest of our kind. Gilman, where did you go? Gilman, Gilman! But Sir Gilman's banishment served as a perfect ruse for him to elude his adversaries and return to his newfound allies. Ah, he juked them. He bamboozled them. Nice. We didn't actually have to fight them. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again. Wait, you lowly traitor! As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless, but then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is in short the very image of a Worm Knight. And more importantly, that little tempest ought no longer pose a threat for now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless tempest begins to simmer and subside. The seas have been calmed. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Headwind help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. He also revealed a path north for you. Bid him welcome. Welcome to the party, Sir Gilman. To the Deathless Tempest we go. Sir Gilman revealed a gap in the storm that seems safe enough to traverse. With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We're stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Call me that once more and I shall tie you in a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wide to side with ye. Oh, Sir Gilman. You have a little crush on Jodi. Just... where do we turn from here? Answer the question now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does take note of a specific current that should lead you to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. Then let me be the first to say, let's go. You're on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Solace. Voyage onward. Say, Tarek? Aye, Rookie, what is it? That loot you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here, and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean? Aye, then let me see what I can do. You have some tunes. The Black Basin. Ooh. Wonderful tunes.
Sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty morning over the brine belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise.
At last, your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. Survey the surroundings. Hello there, Sir Gilman. What's this? Your crest, official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, oft sought by Worm Knights. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards with a single eye. Hail, Master Reader! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. So who were the original Nightwings? They must have been so feared in the land, especially in the downside. This is such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. Having fled to Pyre, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in the most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they're inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exile who refuses to obey the rules as they were written by Under King Ors and his 7 friends deserve neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptation to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness, so please excuse him, Master Reader. He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. What a quaint new party member. You find that Hedwyn had asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright everyone, don't go too far, let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back and everyone arrives as planned or earlier. Hi everyone, I'm back! I've come back! Zay returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from the northern pass visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish lives in the pools of rock nearby. The little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you near the wagon. Aw, Tizo, don't worry, we'll find some fish soon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows and crags may well cover our advance against whoever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madame. Though in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb towards the nest of Triesta. The exiles of the High Wing remnants, you may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. The last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. What if we encounter Edwin's lover? Holy shit. Negotiate? With them? Then Hedwyn steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now, that much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and gather our bearings. Jodi glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. You have the rest of the day to practice your vocations. Use well your time. As per usual, we're gonna mentor a companion. Who will we mentor today? We should mentor Sir Gilman. Sir Gilman, we'll help you catch up. This knight shall be your eager protege. You and Sir Gilman spend some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rites, such as the properties of an aura. You sense he gains something from it. Level up. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Let's see what skills you have. Valiant Return. If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. Ooh. Avenging Aid. After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. That is extremely useful. This knight had no idea what the Master Reader said exactly, yet feels smarter nonetheless. Let us continue our journey. To the Black Shore or the High Wing Cove. The low road to the nest of Triesta passes through razor-sharp sands. Jodi wishes to avoid the harps by staying on low ground. High Wing Cove. The high road to the nest of Transistor is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. The lone minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. Let's take Tarek's word for it. Show yourselves, you frightened little birds! All day long, winged shadows cross the sun. You are being watched. Jodariel is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Please believe me, madame, when I say your enmity towards the harps had best be held in check here. Jodariel looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture, then he calls towards the heavens. Good sisters, we are humble travelers such as you, and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea and seek safe passage through your lands. We shall not disturb your hunting or your nests. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. Then, without notice, one of them appears. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jodariel can respond. Oh no, Tarek! He's been kidnapped! Damnation! Wait here, I shall go find him. For a long, terrible moment, you are alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns, amid the sound of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out towards them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Having seen this, Jodariel returns sullen. The exiles of the High Wing remnants are letting you pass for now. It seems they are having some dispute within their rank and wish no further troubles for their time. It is a warning, one that leaves Jodariel fuming. Jodariel lost 4 hope for the next rite. Well, guess we're not using you for the next rite, Jodi. You seem a bit hot-headed. Let's let you cool down first. At last you arrive at the nest of Transistor, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watch your wagon's ascent and remain watching now. Shall we commence the rite? But first, we'll take care of a few things. Oh hey you guys, what brings you way out here? No wait, don't tell me, I don't want to know. All I want is you to get the best deals in the downside. We can buy more stardust. We can buy a few things. We can sell this lesser shambler for 95 gold. Let's see. Sunken Shadow. Any adversaries banished by the bearer take longer to return, plus 1 second. That's very expensive, but it's also very useful. But for now, let's just buy more stardust. You guys have a good day out there. We have a new page. The Hunt for Myrrh. The hunt for Myrrh, in the words of Gol Galathanian, the Master General. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in the bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he withstood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Haub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myrrh would come in search of him, some under employment of the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure he was dead. Alright, with all things said and done, time to commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Transistor, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird, we have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you honored filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoop off as Jodariel glowers after her. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. She is quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name is Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly though. We've only met just now, though I must say something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jodariel. Is this your lover, Hedwyn? No, Hedwyn, you can't be serious. Jodi, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Hedwyn, but you have set our course thus far and I have followed, so do as you must. That sandalwood had better have an explanation for all of this. Jodariel storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with bemused interest. Ah, a reader are you? Pleased to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like, and tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, though you do not know what about. You also sense, however, that her motives here and now are earnest. Hedwyn wants to know your initial impression of Pamitha. She seems alright. You're willing to take Pamitha at her word and see in her the potential for a valuable new ally. Express your reservations. It may be that her training gives her some resistance to your scrutiny. Admit you do not know. Having only met her, you cannot sense whether to trust her or to defer to Hedwyn. She seems alright. You tell Hedwyn that you think the group should take its chances with Pamitha and take her at her word. My thoughts as well. I think and hope Jodariel will come around. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure, I love a conditioner too. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodariel, whom you met earlier. Brilliant! I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get on famously. Now I don't suppose you have an extra set of arraignments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she is right. Pamitha Thane joined you. She has a score to settle. Bid her welcome. Let the rites commence.
Reader, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre heart, no less, and one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence, winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
From a distance, you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing's raiments, head towards your adversaries in the rites. You! What sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Pamitha. Pamitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here? With them? Saint Trieste Tissus, 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed Born. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister, I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. Do you expect me to believe you came all this way for talk? You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence! You shan't have come here, and the time for talk is long past. If only you could see yourself, again consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor the defeat, but I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Pamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct the ride on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you. So we need
Who
flyers.
shall conduct the rites?
We'll bring Pamitha along. What can she do? We still have no idea what she can do. Well, whatever, we'll figure it out. Let's bring the lucrative contract along. We'll bring Tizo. What? Tizo? Okay. So Tizo's decision will be dependent whether we choose Pamitha. Okay then. Let's see what happens.
Pamitha.
Why, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rite for us, then I shall not. Oh, Jodi, don't be like that. Well, whatever. We'll bring Tizo along because obviously he can fly.
Tizo.
Tizo promises to do his best against Tamitha and the Essence. Now, who else? Zay or Headwind? We should probably bring either Zay or Headwind, but I'm not sure who. Let's bring Headwind along. We'll give you this, the Thorn Knot.
Headwind.
You can count on me, my friend.
Now.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did. To our people, and to me. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all of this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we sisters of the High Wing Remnants can do. Let's test what Pamitha can do.
Put yourself amidst a feud
She can fly.
between two sisters. That seems entirely unwise.
She can shift to
Even
dash.
for you. Tread lightly around that
Pamitha's
exile.
dash knocks others away.
Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
Okay, we can dash some more. Hold the button to tackle. Tackle? Tackle? Oh, she dashes forward. While tackling, Pamitha cannot be banished. Okay. Interesting kit you got there. See, darling, we harps were not so bad. Now I suppose we'd better get to work. Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the skies, sister. Talon formation.
Now then. The Night Wings assert themselves thusly.
She's a bit tricky to use, but I can get used to her. Come on, Headwind. Okay, oh. Pass it to Tizo! Pass it, oh shit, can't pass it back. Come on, Tizo. Oh god. Okay, Headwind's the only one left.
Wherever did
What?
the Night
I tried
Wings
stunning
go?
her! Anyway, you have Tizo back again.
A banishment.
Oh, what the fuck? No!
Your flames grow weak.
Okay, she's a bit tricky to use. Tizo, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly? Tizo is rather proud of his ability to flutter, as a matter of fact. Then listen up. My blood sister there, she'll swoop right past you if you're careless, but we harp simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Press W to block flying adversaries. Okay, we have to take care of them. Take that. Nice job. Gotta I keep dodging.
Glory!
Nice job, Pamitha.
Let's
Okay,
see
Headwind.
Nightwings keep this up.
You seem to be the most disadvantaged in all of this.
Sublime!
Juked. Absolutely juked.
Oh,
Oh god. Take that. Go, Tizo! Sprint!
deliverance!
25 points left. Nice job, Pamitha.
Glorious!
5 points left. Damn you, Pamitha! You are no true Thane. You think that you have the gall to call me sister, still after everything you wrought upon us. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familiar status. Look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deception, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you have come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. You and me. You think that you see Pamitha shake her head? Everyone, stay back. A one-on-one? Prevail over Tamitha. Interesting.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Well, she got a point. We can only do this one-on-one now. Oh god.
Oof.
Drop it. Take that.
And it is done.
Victory!
The Nightwings prevail yet again. 'Twas the will of the 8 scribes which kept their flame alive. The ceremony is complete.
You Commonwealth filth. Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You postponed the coming of our liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You've found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Tizo is trying to let Pamitha know the others are returning to the wagon. Sure, I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways.
Level up! I used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? While bearing the orb, Headwind and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly. Sacred Bond. Headwind and his allies may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. Revives. Revives are always good.
Witness the rites firsthand and be inspired.
After overcoming the essence in a convincing manner, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move, and how to best integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh, so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what we got here, isn't that right, Ruki? But Ruki does not seem to hear the question. He has been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. Ruki, do you have a crush on her? He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There's somewhere I may ask we go. Here in Black Basin, Reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? You look towards the heavens. Seek our next destination. Do the Vernal Star. The Vernal Star burns bright over the densest woods in Black Basin. The glade of Lu directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated.
Very tough.
This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Walkingwood due west. How do we find him? You shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where he supposedly awaits. And that was this episode of Pyre, everyone. We gained 2 new allies, and we shall continue our journey next time. Once again, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.